Hi, I'm Dave from Action Shooters, and today we're going to go over the 4 firearm safety rules. First rule of firearm safety is treat all guns if they are loaded until you personally prove otherwise. Don't take somebody else's word for it. Personally prove it otherwise. So we're going to be showing you how to do this on a Smith & Wesson revolver and a Glock model pistol. We're going to start with the revolver in this case. What you always want to do is go ahead and get a full control grip on the pistol with your finger straightened off the trigger, which we're going to talk about later. At this point with the Smith & Wesson revolvers, we're going to push forward on the cylinder release latch and physically move the cylinder to where we can see it. Now the great thing about the revolvers and their simplicity is we can see right away whether it is loaded and if any of the cartridges have been struck by the firing pin. Now at this point, if we wanted it loaded and it is, great. If not, you can make it whatever condition you want, but this is a very easy and simple system and you can check it fairly quickly. And then all we're going to do is just close the cylinder back up until it locks into place. Next, we're going to go over the Glock model pistol or the semi-automatic. We're going to treat them all the same at this point for the check, just to make sure if they are loaded or not. So again, get a full control grip, finger straighten off the trigger. 2 ways to do this, what are called a press check generally. First way, reach over the top of the slide and you're going to pull the slide back up about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 inch, and visually check the chamber to see if there's something in there. Again, like the revolver, if you wanted it loaded, great. If not, you can make it whatever condition you want. And then let the slide go. Some people like to tap it on the back to make sure that the slide goes fully forward. The other way you can do this, and to make sure to never cross the muzzle of your pistol, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, is coming over the front, getting a nice full control grip, and pulling the slide slightly back. Once again, you can look straight into the chamber and see if it is loaded or not, and then make it the condition that you want. Once again, releasing the slide, and some people do, some people don't, like to give it a tap on the back to make sure that the slide is fully seated in a battery. Second firearm safety rule we're going to talk about is keep your finger straight off the trigger until you've made the decision to shoot. So, we're going to use the SIRT gun here by Next Level Training. It is a laser training device. And so when we get our full master grip on this pistol, whether it's a semi-automatic or a revolver, we're going to treat them all the same. Once I have it fully in my hand, I'm going to make sure my finger's straighten off the trigger. As long as I don't put my finger on the trigger before I want to shoot the pistol, before I've made the decision to shoot the pistol, we're going to be just fine. If you treat the guns like they're loaded and you keep your finger off the trigger, you're not going to have any problems. Now, third firearms rule that we're going to go over today is be sure of your target's foreground, background, left and right, or see your target in full spectrum. What this means is that you need to see what's going on in front of your target and what's behind your target and to the left and right. It may not be as simple as you just see the target in front of you. If it's a piece of paper or a piece of steel at an indoor range or an outdoor range, that's great. You're generally in a pretty safe environment, but you would want to check anyways. If you're a concealed carry holder and you pull your pistol out, you may not want to make the decision to shoot if there's something maybe in front or behind the target that you can't fully control. And that's a decision you'll have to make on the spot. And the last firearm safety rule that we want to go over is never point your pistol at anything you do not have the decision or intent to destroy. Now, again, most of the time we're shooting at paper or steel, but if we're a concealed carry holder, we don't want to accidentally point our pistol at an innocent party or an innocent bystander. So this is where we have to keep our mind's eye on where the front of that pistol is pointed. We like to use these SIRT guns by Next Level Training because they emit a red laser. And so if you were to imagine that anywhere you point your pistol, there's a laser coming out of the muzzle, it makes a pretty good way to decide if your pistol is being pointed at something you do not want to destroy or not, and then you need to act appropriately. Those are the 4 firearm safety rules, and I'm Dave from Action Shooters.